Oh yeah. I haven't seen this in a while. You've been depriving us? Oh yeah. Well, how are you folks doing on this lovely Tuesday, August 22nd, 2017? It is about 10. I can't see it too well. It's either 10:11. No, it's 10:18 a.m. So we've got, there's about a week and a half or so where there's basically a rainstorm every day at like 3, 4, or 5 p.m., give or take. Back to really high hot heats until it finally starts to, I'm sure, completely cool off, and you'll sort of feel that chill in the air. It just sort of hits you, I don't know, like you feel it in your bones, and it's like I can feel the changes of the seasons. Oh. So what's going on? Been getting stronger. Sorry, since I haven't been uploading very frequently lately, I'm sort of like forgetting what the fuck I talked about in the previous video. But yeah, I did during the eclipse yesterday, which here in Colorado I don't think we got a full one. And yeah, I'm the I'll wait for, I'll wait and watch the pictures and videos of stuff. I don't need to be one of these people who's like desperately in search of glasses and blah blah blah, and man, fucking who cares. So yeah, during the eclipse, and I don't know, I didn't really see anyone around here standing up, just somebody walking her dog and like walking around with them. Mostly all I saw was like, oh, it looks a little bit more, the light looks a little bit more muted, which was a cool effect as I was working out. So yeah, I was like, well, shit, willing to bet like our little gym here has nobody in it probably, since everybody's out trying to see the eclipse. So I'm going to use it to my advantage to go really get in a long workout. So it's true, there's nobody there. And actually, I don't know, so it's weird. I don't know if it's just the times I'm going where I'll sort of go early noon or late morning, however you think of it. And I never see anybody there, which is great for me because, like I said, as you've seen in the one video, it's kind of a tiny little room. So if you have multiple people in there, it sort of gets uncomfortable. So yeah, I don't know what it is, if I'm just going at correct times and missing people, or just the inevitable people drop off in their usage of shit. Let's turn up the difficulty. It's freaking really easy. There we go. Now it feels like there's a challenge. So, but yeah, or just the inevitable, people lose interest and stop going. And then I'm sure during the new year, maybe it'll start. I'm very curious to see how it is in that little place in like January and stuff, when, that yearly sort of, oh, I'm going to finally lose weight this time, right? But, yeah, taking full advantage of it. It went and worked on pull-ups, even though I know I said I'd wait until I lost some more weight. I just thought I'd try some pull-up negatives to see how my elbows felt. And it wasn't too bad at all, honestly. So I did pull-up negatives, 4 sets of 3 reps, and then went and did overhead pressing. So good news, strength is going up. I grabbed the dumbbells in there only go up to 50 pounds. So I grabbed the two 45-pound dumbbells, and I could press them overhead strictly. So not push presses. I was doing strict overhead pressing with 45-pound dumbbells. So I was pretty proud of myself, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, what can you say? When you have a little bit of progress somewhere in your life, right? Who knew that you could get pleasure and enjoyment out of that, right? So I did 5 sets of 5 reps. Got them all. And I felt so good, I thought, well, I'll do a little bit more, so I grabbed the 40-pound dumbbells. Not 45, the one lower, and did one set of 8 reps and another of 6 reps. And at that point, it was like, all right, I feel done. And then came home and did some leg raises on the floor. So I actually bought, I'm sure I talked about it, but I bought some when I was at a Goodwill a little while ago. I bought some ankle weights. I can't tell, they sort of barely fit around my ankles. Maybe it's more for like wrist. I mean, is that a thing that you put them out on your wrist and do? It's for it's got the EA logo on it, so it's probably from some like Connect game, you know, like one of those Connect exercise games. And so I thought, well, shit, if I'm gonna work on stuff like leg raises and all that, that'll be a good way to increase the resistance on some of that stuff for a few bucks. So whew, this higher difficulty is kind of tough. So I was gonna try to do front squats with the dumbbells. You sort of like hold them like this and position them on your delts as you keep your elbows raised. But yeah, like place them here, and it just didn't feel comfortable at all, you know? Like no matter how you tried to hold the thing, it just like felt it was actually really painful. So it's like, alright, well fuck that, I guess I'm not doing those. So still not sure what I'm gonna do for legs. Or maybe I'll just be a total gym bro or whatever, and you know, like cardio and stuff like that is gonna be my legs for a while until I join an actual gym, because might have to here. I think I said what, September, October, I'll start looking at, you know, like I said, I want to make full use of what I have already before I like, oh, alright, time to join a gym. But yeah, if I'm strict overhead pressing the 45-pound dumbbells, sure, in several weeks or so I'll be up to the 50-pound ones, and at that point can't go higher than that there, so we shall see. Figure, yeah, so, and I've sort of been thinking about, oh, do I want to do bicep curls or tricep? Maybe there's sort of no point right now. Just focus on getting stronger on pressing, dips, rows. We'll see. We'll see. I'm figuring it out. So basically, Monday and Friday I have been doing sort of been my work on pull-up negatives and overhead pressing day. You know, like I said, oh, didn't you say you were going to wait until you were 220? Yeah. But it doesn't feel like it irritates my elbow. Doesn't hurt to do it here and there. So either that or the hanging, whatever. Oh, it's really fascinating to hear 11 minutes of the Georgie boy, the Picnic Man workout plan. Picnic Man. So yeah, that's been, plus like leg raises and bridges and from stretching. And Wednesdays have sort of been my dips. Dip. You know, gotta love those cheese dip. So it's my cheese dips and croc row day. We'll see how much I get tomorrow with the croc rows, because I feel like I've been stuck around like 20 to 23 reps with that 50-pound dumbbell. So, and there's another thing, already getting that many reps with the highest dumbbell there. Can't really go higher than that other than more reps, but I don't know. But I do as I feel like with some things. You know, if I'm feeling like, oh, it worked out, but it'd be fun to do some bicep curls and some triceps push downs, I'll do it. I just have a core thing that I do and add as I feel like. So, yeah, it's good. It's good. Making at least some progress somewhere in my life. We are at, where are we at? We are at 105 calories. Almost 14 minutes in. Thank you for joining me on this little excursion. So the venue might change, folks, because my dad's already been talking about, oh, I have an idea. He said he's thinking, he's tossing around this idea of moving the bike back into the living room so he can use it too. It's like, yeah, but I'm not ready yet. It's like, this is where I get it from, folks. This is where I get it from. I'm not going to be, you know, is it just something in the genetics you inherit from a parent, plus just the way you were raised and you saw they behaved, etc., that it's just, this is where I fucking get it. The, you know, I'm thinking about getting around to something, but I'm still just thinking about getting around to it, you know? It's this thinking about doing something. So you've added an extra layer of thinking to the process. It's like, all right, great. Let's move it there whenever he feels like it. And sure, it will turn out probably the same way it always has. You know? You use it here and there and just sort of give up and it'll just be sitting there. But No. Keep it there, though. Because, still thinking about it, so... yeah. I'm exactly like my fucking dad that I've talked about before. It's... the thing that he told me, whenever the hell this was, your problem is that you are lazy. But that's okay because I am too. And that's sort of the example I set for you. It's like the sort of commented like a week ago or so, like, oh man, God. Just look at you and like, oh God, you just got this look of this unsatisfied, disgusted look on his face because, looking at how out of shape I looked with my gut, my big old, and just this unsatisfied, like, man, why are you, you need to get in. I know I'm this way, but I'm old. For you, it's different. It's like this. It's sort of the... Now, I'm not going to blame, oh yeah, fuck you, mom and dad. I'm not doing that, but you can't deny, folks, that you can very much be influenced by the people around you. This is why, you listen to motivational speakers and stuff like that, and the common thing is, who you surround yourself with and stuff like that. I mean, this is sort of what I grew up with. And that's what I became. I'm not completely shifting all the blame and stuff. Oh, you now were just putting all the blame on this and that. No, like, ultimately it's me. But you can't deny, folks, that there are things out of your control that can have effect on you. Now, I don't believe in this, it's always your fault. And I remember watching, I think it's that bald-headed guy who does Actualized. It's like, I feel like 2 years ago or something I watched, it was some sort of getting your life in order or something video, and it was just this very, everything is your fault. And you just have to admit that even if you live in a country with like war and a bad economy, well, you just have to tell yourself it's still your fault. Oh, really, buddy? Okay. So that's what I mean is, yeah, I accept personal responsibility, but it's... you start following in the footsteps of sort of what's around you in the example that you've been set. You go to work or school, you come home, you eat your dinner, find a little entertainment, whatever. Go to bed and repeat it over again. This is what you see, and you're around for years and years and years. So that gets stuck in your fucking head. It's like the, I don't know, think they realize the influence they have on you, but so I'm too old to change. You can still do it, and it's, I don't know, folks. I'll just put it this way, because I said that just sounds like, oh, you're just a piece of shit who is ungrateful for your parents, even though that's not what I just said at all. Now, if my dad had a little bit more something in him, he had goals and was active, was a go-getter, whatever the hell that means, I'm pretty sure that I would have probably turned out a little different. You know? But like I said, I've basically became my parents. So, but of course it doesn't mean that I have to stay that way. And no, that's not. Well, I'm gonna downvote this video because you just sound like an ungrateful piece of shit. Are you making fun of your parents now? Blah, blah, blah. Way ahead of you, those who are gonna leave that comment. So, that's all I'm saying, folks, is ultimately, yes, you're responsible for your life and all that jazz, but you can't deny, the things that you're around frequently do rub off on you. If you were friends with a whole bunch of, motivated, whatever type of people, it's safe to say that you would probably start getting motivated and all that stuff yourself, right? So this is obviously, some of the haters, sort of the dangers of in this whole, oh, I'm a loser, I'll seek out other people online who are in my position, and so I just watch all these people who just sort of do the same thing as me. What else is... Oh, man. I have been working out consistently. Believe it or not, like I've described and I left in some of the comments, it's diets that's been difficulty. Had a little bit of a bender there, folks, with alcohol. I will not lie. It's just, what can you really say? It's just, when you finish a work day and you're just exhausted. How can you be exhausted? All you do is just sit around and read books. That's all you do. Okay. It's just that sort of non-stop people interaction that completely exhausts your head, and then your body just sort of follows after, and it's just that end of the workday where you just want to go numb, right? I know that when you don't, I don't know, I guess when you don't see It feels like you just don't see anything good anymore. Not that, oh, you're so bad that you live out on the streets. Not that. It's just sort of, oh, well, maybe this is just it now. You just want to be numb. Feel that rush of whatever feel good chemicals from it sort of reminds me of I think Not So Casanova has talked about it, where it goes to his job. It's already in the evening, so he's like on a different schedule than everybody else out there pretty much. Come home and now what, right? So he drinks because I don't think it's a good habit, but hey, I understand, and can I say I'm very much guilty of it. It's one of those things that, you'd read about people doing stuff like that. It's like, oh, why do people become alcoholics or this or that? And you're sort of in a similar situation yourself, although not as bad. And just imagine if you were worse off, the temptation would be there, where it's just you start going into that abyss yourself. You are able to understand it a lot more now, of why that kind of stuff happens. Your youth, your early youth is behind you. All that's just sort of left is, I don't know, try to tell yourself this and that is going to make me happy, or it's what I need to do. But will it? Now it just sounds like, oh, are you trying to legitimize why you should stay in your same position? Yes and no. Do you know what I mean, folks? Yes and no. It's almost like this. You've gotten so used to being a certain way, you almost can't picture it any other way, right? Oh, is this re-upload of a previous video? Is this one that you forgot to upload? So I've been backing away from that edge, folks. Backing away from that alcohol abyss. Making chili. Oh, chili. You know me. Yeah, I still have a bunch of meat left over from when I went to a grocery store. I'm telling you, it's, you walk in, you pass by that discounted thing, and it's like, god damn, like I don't want, look at all this like discounted ground beef and stuff like that. I don't want this to be tossed out or whatever. So, I think on Thursday is that rescheduled little coffee meetup with the girl. And I'll be completely honest. I think I'm kind of over it. I think I sort of finally admitted to myself that I'm just not into her as much as I want to be. And so it's this like, I just don't. Don't force something that's not there, right? It's just, maybe it's just that, oh, she's a nice girl. I sort of like talking to her and all that, but just, I don't know. I almost sort of don't want to get coffee, honestly. But we'll do it. We'll do it, and like I said, that'll probably be the last time I contact her. For like, oh, let's get this. She contacts me, sure, but don't try to start a fire where there's no wood. I guess that could be taken different ways, figuratively and literally, right? That's all right. That's all right, folks. So, yeah, I don't really. What can I say, folks? I'm the type of person that it's just. There's a vague idea of what you like, at least on the physical sense, but it's not always the case. You see these very attractive women, but you're just like, eh. But other ones, something about people you see that really catches your eye, and that's when suddenly some of the more courage kicks in, where it's something that you actually want, right? Not this I haven't really seen anyone that. Oh, let me guess. Somebody from across the parking lot that you can observe. Oh man. Oh man. Been glued to the news and Twitter, folks. Which I know I shouldn't. But it's just one of those things that feels like there's just so much stuff going on that it's just, that side of you is just, it's like crack, so much stuff going on every day. Yeah, that Boston rally was pretty interesting, where, oh, look at all these counter protesters against the white supremacists inside there, and you look at like the pictures from inside that little rally and like that gazebo, and it's like this Indian guy, Shiva, I think, plus like people literally holding Black Lives Do Matter signs, and these are the white supremacists. Like, this is where it's getting. It is getting fucking crazy out there, isn't it? If there's just a hint of wrong think or whatever, it almost doesn't matter who you are. You are a neo-Nazi, KKK, white supremacist, something, even if you're like literally some very dark Indian guy. Oh man. It is, man, you look at these fucking counter protesters just completely going on, whatever. I don't mean to get all political. It's, what can I say that others haven't said? And what else is, folks? I'll probably be ending pretty soon. This is 35 minutes, almost 36. It's probably pretty good. So, sort of had this idea for adding more content to the channel or making it different. I was thinking of like creating a video podcast. All it sort of is a mishmash, a bunch of random shit. Like maybe it'd be one long rant like this, then followed by, you know, playing a game or something, and then maybe reading the news. I don't freaking know. It's just, and I'd call it Please Respond Video Podcast, but I don't know, maybe it's, yeah, I would like to, I think, add like reading books on here. And yeah, I don't want to go back to the whole, let's do let's plays and stuff like that or any of that, but it would be fun to maybe like pick some old RPG that takes a long time to beat and just like slowly periodically post, there was the Sunday Morning Dong episodes from my previous channel. That could be it. So, I'm not sure yet. So that's probably about it, folks. Mostly making progress on the exercise. Not so much the diet. And as always, sitting here rambling about time. August 22nd, folks. August 22nd. It is almost over. Saw a comment somewhere on Twitter, I think, this morning was, think of how fast time is moving. Like the eclipse already feels like ancient history, right? You know, this thing that a whole bunch of people are looking forward to, sort of blah, 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 blah. And there we go, next day, what's the next thing? Alright, folks. No need to repeat more stuff that I've already said before. You folks have a wonderful day. Here, where are we at? We're at 39 minutes. Let's see, let's go to calories. Let me see, can I pedal really fast and get to 300 calories? We'll just leave it there. Oh yeah. Dong Armstrong. Alright, folks, 300 calories. Oh, let me guess. Is that what you're, I was gonna make a joke. Is that how much you're gonna eat? Yeah, that's too low. Okay, yeah, 300 calories for every calorie you just lost. Replace it with 300 each one. Alright, folks. You folks have a great day. Bye-bye.